Nearly all assets and values worldwide have dropped in price significantly. We don't have to talk about stock market, gold, silver, Bitcoin, or any other asset class you might have invested. I'm sure you have seen the falls in the value. So, except properties, of course. If you look on, especially in the German property market, this property market is still stable. We're not sure what's going to happen in the future to the German property market, but especially in these areas where Black Label is operating, so which is Berlin, Leipzig, Magdeburg, and the province of Brandenburg, we can't see a significant price drop, and we are not expecting a significant price drop. Of course, I will explain you in this video a bit in detail why we think that will not happen. However, for you as a property owner and someone who owns assets in Germany, property, real estate, regardless if it's commercial, residential, for you it's important now to be very clear in your plans, anticipate the global recession we are facing right now. We strongly hope it won't happen like it was in 1929. Where we had the global depression. So I'm very convinced that the European politicians and the worldwide politicians nowadays are much more sophisticated and will stop this. So we are in a global world, we are much more connected, and I strongly believe that we will only have a recession. However, the recession will be long, hard, and deep. So it will be much worse than we had in 2008 with Lehman. It will be much worse in 2003. So please look what has happened in the past decades when we had a global recession, what happened to property prices. You will see that property prices were stable. They haven't dropped. Meaning stable, of course, if you take off the inflation and if you consider the finance options for buyers, which have changed during the recession, there were less buyers out there. So the market has changed from a vendor's market to a seller's market to a buyer's market. We think this will happen now as well. So we are still in the vendor's market, meaning that you as a vendor can dictate pricing and conditions. However, this will change in the now happening recession for the next few years. If you are an owner in Germany and have a property which is tenanted, you should consider speaking to your tenant or ask us to speak to your tenant if he's interested in buying this apartment. If you own a multi-family house, it's very, very important you are now checking the options to divide this family house into condominiums or apartments, because there will be a law in Germany. We're expecting end of 2020 or the latest early 2021 that this law will be implemented in the German constitution or in the German law, that if you are an owner of a multifamily home, that you cannot divide this home into single apartments or condominiums, and that you have to comply to the rent ceiling or the rental, the capped rental you can take. This will mean the valuation of your multifamily home will drop significantly. We speak in multiples, so the multiple we would generate now for a multifamily home in, for instance, the capital in Berlin, maximum with the multiple of 30, and in other cities it's around 25 or even below. If you compare the multiples, so the multiple of the net rent you can generate per year, take off the management costs, because of course you have to take care of the property, you have to pay the management guys, you have to fix things, and then if you take that multiple and sell it now, you will see that the price for a vacant apartment for people who can live there, move in and buy it and call it their home and they own it, is much, much higher than for a tenanted apartment. So please, if you're a property owner, speak to your estate agent on the ground, speak to specialized lawyers or notaries who can divide this multifamily home into apartments and do it now, because you won't be able to do it in 2021. This is our advice for people who own multifamily homes. If you are a property owner in Berlin, and especially in times like this where we have the Corona-KRISE, which I wouldn't call actually Corona-KRISE because it's a global crisis which will happen now to the whole economy, please do not panic. Please speak to us, get a proper valuation, try to be as clear as possible with what you want to achieve. We do not anticipate a massive drop in prices in the real estate sector, but we anticipate not a growth. So if you're lucky, and this is something we said already in 2018, in 2019, and you can check our website and our other YouTube videos and blogs on this, please do not anticipate further significant growth in property prices if it's an Altbau. Altbau is something where we have an old building, so we have a sitting tenant or we have a furnished apartment, so we do not expect massive price growth in the next couple of years during the recession. This is very different if you look on a new build, because the new build is free. You can ask any rent you want. So if you're looking on a new build apartment, especially in cities like Berlin, Leipzig, Magdeburg, or bigger cities in in Germany, and of course in Europe as well, there we see still a significant growth potential. Of course, it's a less growth potential than if you would have no crisis, but the crisis is out there. So if you invest money into property, we are not talking about a massive loss. We're talking here of less growth, and of course you are stable. So if you are looking to sell, this is the strongest argument for you as a seller, that anyone who's buying a property will not anticipate or will not have a massive drop in pricing. If we are wrong, and there will be a drop in pricing because a lot of people are now going to the market and trying to sell their apartment, and you have bought it quite a while ago, you still will make a profit. But please do not wait any longer. If you are thinking of selling, now is the time to start selling your property, because we do not think that waiting another couple of years will generate more money for you. And I strongly believe you will need liquidity in the next couple of years, private liquidity on your bank account, because there will be many options out there where you can buy properties or other assets. And so you do need liquidity out there to be flexible and also protect your own interests. If you have further questions and want to have a personal appointment, even in the Corona crisis, of course, we are here. We are here 24/7. Even we have a call center, we call you back. Even we are doing home office and try not to interact physically until this crisis is over. Please contact us. We always call you back. We're here by email. We are doing virtual tours. We are doing the YouTube videos and FaceTime, Skype, whatever, to show buyers and vendors the properties. If you need to speak to tenants, of course, we do this over the phone. We do by email. We make sure we have the minimum distance to the tenants and all these things. So please, if you have questions, contact us. Our team is here and we're here to help you.